Today, from AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas, it's a special Thanksgiving Day presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. Cowboys taking on Dwayne Haskins and the Washington football team.
Just a gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of. Sun out, roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. A moment ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with the Washington football team. Joined as always by Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at this Cowboy team entering play. They come in playing pretty good football. Winners of 4 of their last 6 games.
And the way they played last week defensively, you look at the tape, it looks like they had extra guys on the field, and they thoroughly shut down that offense.
Meanwhile, for visiting Washington, they come in riding high. Just 1 loss in their last 7 games.
It's a very focused team, very disciplined. They've kept the penalties to a minimum, and they're winning football games.
Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. The ball carrier. In a word, I would say productive, finding the end zone 3 different times.
Is it possible that you're really underselling it? 3 touchdowns, just going to call it productive?
What do you want?
This guy had a nose for the end zone.
He was good.
Had a snoot full, didn't he? How about that? Big-time game. Defensively here, you're facing a best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Give them 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas first down. The first down carry by Elliott. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bobble him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, he breaks through. It's nothing but room to run.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line. 38-yard line.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's second and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up second and 4.
The last run got 6, now second and 4. From the shotgun, it's Prescott, and his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to get it to Ezekiel Elliott, and it's third down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Now Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line. It's 18. Give them 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first. So from inside the 20, here's first and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, Prescott. And this is caught. It's Cooper. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. First and goal from the 3-yard line. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he will take it in for a Cowboys score. Ezekiel Elliott with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Cowboys take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. With these Thursday night games, sometimes you get those quick turnarounds. You wonder how a team's going to start. They started really well.
Everyone's always wondering, going into a Thursday night game, who has their legs, who has the overall health of the team. But mentally, if you get that early edge, the other team might think to itself, it's been a short week, we're not really ready to go. You might run them into the ground that way. That's why getting that early score means a lot.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Us out past the 20 to the 24. Out comes Washington here offensively, and their man under center, Dwayne Haskins, the number 15 pick out of Ohio State in 2019.
And for Dwayne Haskins, a little bit of an uneven season for the former first-round pick. 7 starts as a rookie. Team went 2-5 in those games, but I did see him get better. I thought his last couple of starts were his best ones of the year. He's a guy with big potential, big arm, but remember, was just a 1-year starter in college as well. Plenty of experience yet to be gained.
Haskins in the Washington offense going to come up here first and 10 at their own 24. The numbers for him from a week ago. Charles, how do you think he ran the football?
I thought he definitely had his moments. I did think that they could have utilized him a little bit better, and I'm definitely going to keep an eye on him to see how they're going to use him this week.
From the 27, Haskins. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 12 yards there and a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
So line of scrimmage still at 39 on second and 10. it's Josh Gordon. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 15 yards on the play, first down.
A gain of 15.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. Second and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown, and they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Cowboys take over first down.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And coming up on their second drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice. It all came together. I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room and pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
They'll run on first down. Elliott, and he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Elliott, the ball carrier.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Cowboys. First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
On first down, it's Elliott. Oh, Elliott going to be hit. He coughs it up, loose football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Haskins and the Washington offense going to come up here first and 10 at their own 37. Following the turnover, it's Haskins. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Steps away to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. Incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Yards to go.
From the gun, it's Haskins. And that is incomplete. Here's the Pro Bowl punter, Tress Way, on to punt for Washington. As he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And this will do the job nicely as that'll be out of bounds just inside the 10-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that.
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
They start on the ground with Elliott. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. The corner, Ronald Darby, comes up to get him.
Ronald Darby brought him down. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
On second down, Elliott. And he'll be taken down at the 18. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 1.
On 3rd and 1, here's Prescott. Got an open man, the tight end, Jarwin. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. They only needed 1 yard on 3rd down. They get 10 instead by going to the air. A first down throw for Prescott. Complete to his tight end, Seth DeValve. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. A couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46.
46-yard line.
10th carry now for Allen. across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
To the 48-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
From just shy of midfield, Prescott. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
It's 3rd and 1.
They'll try and run forward with Elliott. And Elliott trying to work his way forward, but it looks like he did not make it. And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. While the traders take a look, we'll step aside. 4th down, Prescott. And this is caught. Amari Cooper. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Draw play, Elliott. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
Pass on target, Prescott to Cooper. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line. 21. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
At the 21-yard line.
1st down, Prescott. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Amari Cooper, incomplete. Coverage defensively by Logan Ryan.
2nd and 10. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Trying for Cooper again. This time he finds him. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The last catch nearly got him a 1st, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further.
Lining up for the
And always a good 1st half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I get some more. I get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Greg Stroman on the return. Washington takes over 1st and 10.
Now we get another look at Washington on offense. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
And still 2nd quarter, you get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. They'll get 13 yards for the 2nd play in a row. 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, last drive they went 3 and out.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Randy Gregory on the stop.
Here's McKissick. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Haskins on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
They'll try and throw forward with Haskins. Haskins. The Notre Dame man, Jalen Smith, able to get a hand in and knock it away. Ezekiel Elliott gets ready to go again here on offense as he shuffles onto the field. And he's found the end zone twice, and now I'm guessing he's thinking, hey, let's find it 3 times.
And you got to figure from the defensive perspective, how has he gotten there twice? What are we going to do to keep him out for a 3rd time? How do we tighten things down? Because he and his offensive mates, they are really in sync right now.
Deron Payne, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. And that will be incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. At their own here again comes Dwayne Haskins and company. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown 1 interception. He wants to balance that off with at least 1 touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward.
Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Haskins to throw it. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 11 yards there. 1st down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They were starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
All right, I need you to check my eyes here. This entire unit defensively, I think, has looked really strong in the first half, especially in the secondary. They've been cohesive, fast to the football. We just saw another example arriving there to help knock that one away.
They go play action with Haskins. That's caught by Trey Quinn. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 16 yards, a 1st down.
A gain of 16 yards.
Well, we can talk about it like it's just a basic route, but how about the timing on this one? Lined up on the right, runs a deep in route, and how about the throw? Right on the money. Bam, puts it right in there and on his hands. Nice completion, really good pickup.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
At the 50-yard line.
From midfield now, Haskins. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert it on 3rd and 9. Here's Haskins out of the gun. The man is Gordon, complete. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 37. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington 1st down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A carry now for McKissick. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Jalen Smith tied for 6th in the NFL in tackles last year and on the stop there.
In 2nd and 8 at the Cowboys 35-yard line.
From the 35 on 2nd down. Haskins. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down. Washington on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
And this one is right down Broadway. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3.
Washington 3.
So the field goal caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there and only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. Pollard elects to keep it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Cowboys to take over. They've got the lead right now in this contest, and they're coming off that victory a week ago against the Minnesota Vikings. Set to go 1st and 10. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll hand it off to Elliott to begin the drive. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
It's a gain of 3.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 4. Prescott from the gun. And that's Elliott, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he loses the football a 2nd time. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
2nd down and 3. It's McKissick. Past the 20. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. J.D. McKissick with touchdown number 12 on the year. And Washington able to make this a close game again. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10. So 2 plays on that scoring drive. That's how they drew it up. And the long run into the end zone, and what a run it was. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taken about 7 yards deep. Pollard elects to keep it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Zeke and the Cowboys ready to begin their next drive. He's been pretty effective so far, solid numbers yardage-wise, but the fumble last time, that's what he's thinking about. Has to be a little bit more secure.
Yeah, he does. Would you yell at him right here? Would you get on him?
No, I think you pick him up, don't you?
I agree with you totally. You pick him up in this situation because a lot of game left to be played, and he can be special with the ball in his hands. In that situation, he wasn't. You talked to him about the 4 points of pressure.
I ain't doing nothing. One that's intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick-6 for a Washington touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Now it's Hopkins to add the extra point. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick-6. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. Pollard elects chance to keep it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance of making the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there, it's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
And we'll see if they can do it here. On second down now, Italian. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down. Well, earlier this half, you were wondering how they were going to defend him. I think you used the term bottle him up at different levels. They've struggled to do that.
They certainly have, because when you see them approach, in order to bottle them up at different levels, that front line's got to take care of business. Otherwise, he starts to sit.
A Cowboy first down there. Prescott to Gallup.
At the 41-yard line.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had the big play in the run game to play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man...
Oh, Prescott stripped, but I believe a Cowboy was there to get it. He was, and Dallas will maintain possession. Prescott urging his guys to go quickly. They need to get up and set. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be third down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Third and long for Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up fourth down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Washington takes over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here's Josh Gordon as he heads back out there now. He's doing what he's capable of, having a solid game. Not the most amazing game. He's not over 100 yards, but a good game so far.
And you just know that mentally, he feels like he's one catch away from turning it into a great game and starting on that road. And the defenders are well aware of that, too. They've got to figure out a way to not let that escalate. Keep him right in this zone here and call it a day, because otherwise, he can really decimate him.
Better believe they are well aware of his playmaking ability. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's second and 3. Out of the shotgun, Haskins. That was slant to McLaurin. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10. Operating from the gun, Haskins escaping the pressure right. Open man is Quinn. He completes it. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. He got 29 yards that time.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Now Haskins on first down, flush to his right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He was trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
Another try after the first down sack. Haskins flushed out right. And open here. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Haskins not the most mobile of quarterbacks, but delivering there on the scramble to pick up the first. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number one. Throwing now, Haskins on first down. Going to throw deep for the end zone. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 63 yards receiving for him now, and that last catch good enough for a first down.
Cowboys 14.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Happy Thanksgiving again to everybody at home as we take a look ahead to what's coming up both later today and this weekend. Good matchups all up and down the schedule there. We'll highlight the one in Cincinnati. A big test coming up for the Bengals as they get set to take on the visiting New York Giants. Then later, they'll let the sun die down a bit in Tampa. A late start here in Florida, where it'll be the Buccaneers taking on the Kansas City Chiefs. And then one more to highlight, Monday Night Football. That'll be a good one between the Seattle Seahawks and the Philadelphia Eagles. In our game, it was Dwayne Haskins with a strong first half. His guys lead, though, by only a field goal. Still anybody's game, as we send it back to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
This is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show him one thing, hit him with something else.
That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run here with Barber. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
No, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. So it would appear they will not be able to add to their lead on this opening drive in the second half.
Yeah, if another touchdown was scored there, now we're talking about a 2-score game, and they're probably on their way of creating an excellent gap between them and their pursuers. But how about the defense there, able to step up and keep themselves in this one?
Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Prescott, and he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You mates all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing the danger lurks while you're doing so, and there's your end result right there. And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, Haskins. And he fires one incomplete. He's trying to get it to Terry McLaurin, and it'll bring up 3rd down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, Haskins, and that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Makes this Washington 20. Cowboys 14.
So not sure how they feel about that. They had golden field position to start the drive after the fumble recovery, but they went backward and then got 3.
Well, let's go from gold to silver, because the silver lining is they got the 3, right? You were talking about the golden field position. They didn't take advantage of it. It has to feel like a letdown.
You always stand ready to pounce. Always. So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Off play action, he'll throw to start the drive. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
At their own 40.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. DeMarcus Lawrence make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
Trying to get down into his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
They're going on 4th down. Haskins, open man is Quinn, able to connect. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Washington ball carrier.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left them no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And he'll get 3 down at the 34-yard line.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
3rd down. Here's Haskins. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 18. 15 yards the pickup. 1st down Washington.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. And a give this time to the tailback. And they'll get him down right around the 16. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
They'll go again with McKesson. And they get to him quickly here as he stops right around the 13. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Washington 23. Cowboys.
So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
Dak and the Cowboys ready for their next possession. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me, that's my bad. Well, let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
On 2nd and 9, Prescott. Pass incomplete. And this one incomplete, threw it down at the feet of his receiver. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And this will be taken at the 13. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Well, I think after that run, the defense get back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
To the 29-yard line, brought down there. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
A gain of 5. 1st down, Washington.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 15 yards the pickup, 1st down Washington.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line.
The Washington ball carrier.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
The throw by Haskins complete to McLaurin. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
What terrifies defense is when they see slant routes thrown, is that the receiver is on the move, and oftentimes he catches it and gets upfield. Does a really nice job rallying to him and stopping him for a minimal gain.
The first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. No surprise this offense would be able to convert. They're currently 2nd in the league in first downs, and they pick up 1 here.
Yeah, not a stat that we talk about a heck of a lot, but it's a vital one. And in this case, it's really vital because what does it do? Keeps their defense off the field, gives them a chance to rest.
Right back to him on first down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Thanksgiving Day. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Now a handoff here to his running back. On the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces, and I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 24-yard line.
First down, Washington.
On first down, it's Haskins. He'll find Barber out of the backfield. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. J.D. McKissick, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. From the gun, it's Haskins. This is caught. And he is not going to be able to break free as they wrap him up right at the line of scrimmage. And the try for 2 is going to come up empty.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. Just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points, said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. And what are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range, and guess what? They've got a shot.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Able to hit his target, Lamb. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. And again, it's Prescott. Got an open man, the tight end, Jarwin. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
He'll find Lamb. That's complete. Well, he's taken down, but not before picking up the first, thanks to a flashy little spin move. Prescott and Lamb hooking up for the Cowboy first.
At the 40-yard line.
And a 2-score game, obviously. Every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
Down at the 28-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Prescott got a man. It's Brown. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9. At the 7.
On 2nd and 9, Prescott. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9.
Brings up 3rd and
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted 7 times and could use another right now. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Blake Jarwin, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys cut into that lead. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting run, so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
at their own 24-yard line.
So here is Washington now to take over. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10. And again this time to the tailback. And he'll get this one up to the 26. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense. And this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it. And let me tell you, if you're running...
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jalen Smith. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out, you see, and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
13
First down would have been nice, but now you get to kick the field goal, still go up 2 scores.
They tried to get it, though, didn't they? Threw the pass, got the completion just short of the first down. But you're exactly right. Run the field goal unit out there. Kick it. Put it through the post. Go up 2 scores.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They'll try and throw forward with Haskins, eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete. Washington goes for it, but it does not pan out. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. So that's a decision that could loom pretty large here. They go for it on 4th down, but come up empty.
But I actually like the call, and the reason? It shows me a head coach has faith in his team overall. First,
and he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Michael Gallup, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And now the Cowboys are within a 2-point conversion of tying up the game. And the Washington pressure gets to him, and he will go down. And a failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down one. What's the sense? I like what they did.
Taking it about the 1. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Washington takes over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say, maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, now loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. Here's 2nd and 10. Going to try to throw it. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
In the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
After the penalty, it's Elliott. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They go to Elliott again. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Going to sniff the 1st down here. He stopped at the 25. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Greg Zuerlein for the Cowboy field goal. A 42-yard attempt.
And Zuerlein's kick is good. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes.
30.
Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
So here's Haskins in the Washington offense. Down by 1. A little over a minute and a half remaining. And their 4-game winning streak in great danger. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked by Darryl Worley. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD. And it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
A gain of 4. face.
Victory all but assured now as they take a knee here, and they're going to escape with a 1-point victory.
Of a yard on the play. Brings up 3rd and 7.
Prescott, he goes down to a knee, and that should just about do it. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys, and it's going to be their defense that gets the ink in the headlines tomorrow, and for good reason. They forced 5 turnovers in this game.
And while we were watching this game unfold, I kept thinking about when we did our training camp tour and something that you noticed along the way. Just about every camp we visit, when the defense got together, everyone was doing ball drills. Defensive linemen, linebackers, secondary, because they understood how vital it was to take the football away. And they wanted every opportunity. When the ball was knocked free, they want all those guys to be familiar with touching the ball so they could pick up the fumble or get the interception. And we saw it pay off in this one here.
Yeah, 5 times. They'll remember this one. So for the Cowboys, the win form is number 6 on the year. And now they'll get the weekend off as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for Washington, it's a loss that sets them back in their playoff push as they fall to 6-5. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Heinz Field to take on the Steelers. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.